UFC 315 is tonight, or for us Aussies, tomorrow morning. I'm excited for this card. It's going to be a defining card for the UFC all in all, because as we all know, the winner of this main event, Della Maddelena or Belal, remember the name Muhammed, whoever wins this fight is going to decide whether Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev face off in what I would call a generational fight. A fight like this only comes around every 5 to 10 years. And this is going to be a very defining card. So today I'm going to be breaking down the full main card, the 5 events, the 5 fights, the 10 fighters. I'm just going to get straight into it. And yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. As you can tell, this is one of the first times I'm doing this, so bear with me as we move forward. I'm excited to see where this goes. Little disclaimer before we jump in. I'm just watching back the footage now, post recording. I got a few facts wrong. First time doing this. Please forgive the ignorance and the errors. I might get casual checked in this video. Whatever. We'll see. Enjoy the video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. So, the full breakdown, UFC 315. Let's do this. So, first off, we've got Benoit Saint-Denis versus Kyle Prepolec, which it was actually supposed to be Joel Alvarez taking on BSD in the lightweight division, but he had to pull out due to an injury. I think it was his hand. And then his manager's saying he's not even going to fight anymore in the lightweight division. He's going to move up to welterweight in the summer. Or for us Aussies in the winter. So that's interesting. But anyway, I think I was going to back Benoit anyway, based on his experience. Prepolec doesn't even look like he's fought since 2019, which is kind of wild. Like, they really had to dig to find this guy. He's a Canadian, so it makes sense to put him on this card. Yeah, I think I'm going to back Benoit, and I don't know if he's going to get a finish. It's way more likely given his opponent. He's got a slight reach advantage, and Benoit's a good fighter, man. He's actually done well, despite obviously he's coming off a 2-fight losing streak. Obviously Moicano and Dustin Poirier, but he's still a ranked fighter. Like, he's gonna get the job done. I think I'm gonna back him in because I also like the guy. Some of you might have seen, it was recently revealed that he used to be like a paratrooper for France, which is kind of crazy, kind of interesting, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna back in the God of War, versus Killshot. That's the name of the fighter. It's gonna be good. But yeah, Benoit's gonna get the job done, I think. Not too much to say about this one. Little disappointing with the Alvarez pullout. It would have been interesting to see those two match up. But anyway, we're going to move swiftly onwards to our first women's fight on the main card. We've got Alexa Grasso, the number 1 ranked women's flyweight, against Natalia Silva, number 5 ranked. I'm excited. I actually like Alexa Grasso. She gets a lot of flack, but I'm actually a fan of her. And I've actually haven't watched Natalia Silva fight. What am I saying? I of course I watched the Andrade fight, and she got the win over her. And they're both on this card, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I think, I don't know, man. They're both. Stylistically, I don't know whether it'll actually be super competitive. Yeah, Alexa Grasso, 31. Yeah, so she's in her prime, despite not having the best recent record. I mean, she's coming off a loss, right? Yeah, she lost to Shevchenko. Of course, there's 2 flyweights on the card. There's 2 flyweight women's fights on the card. Yeah, listen, Silva actually has a good shot, honestly. Alexa Grasso's like, I wouldn't outright say on the decline, but I don't know. She's coming in as a favorite, I think. No, I'm completely wrong. She's the underdog. She's like a healthy underdog. Silva's coming in as a favorite. Wow. I'd like to see Alexa Grasso get back in the win column, but I don't know if that's going to happen, man. I don't know. Listen, to be completely honest, I'm a bit stumped on this one. I think I'm going to back in Silva purely because she's the favorite and she's sort of like a rising star. Like she's climbed the ranks quite quickly. Yeah, she's only had 3 fights in the UFC, all unanimous decisions. Surprise, surprise. But I think she's gonna get the job done. But although I would love to see Alexa Grasso get back in the win column, as I said. I think it's gonna be good. I don't know how much wrestling there's gonna be. I feel like it'll be primarily stand up. But yeah, I can see Silva edging out a decision. I feel like she's gonna put a lot of pressure on early, but then like keep that pressure throughout the fight. So, all right, moving on. We've got the King of Rio, José Aldo, returning to the octagon after a controversial loss to Batista. He's taking on Aiemann Zahabi. This is going to be a good fight, a tough fight for Aldo. I just saw that that they had to scrap. It's no longer a bantamweight fight. It was supposed to be a bantamweight, but now I think one of the doctors urged José to stop cutting weight for health reasons or something. So I think it's going to be at featherweight or maybe catchweight. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah. Whether that actually changes the outlook of the fight, I don't think so. I think if anything, it'll just be 2 fighters both fighting at like more healthily, which is a positive. I mean, but yeah, is José Aldo over the hill? That's the debate. Realistically, is he a sniff to win the belt again? It's very unlikely. You know, Merab already beat him. And whether they'd give him another title shot, like he'd arguably have to win 2 or 3 more fights to actually join the title contender ranks in the bantamweight division. I mean, will this fight even progress him in the bantamweight division if he's not fighting at that weight? You know, it's tough to see what's actually going to happen. Like, even if José gets the win, is it even gonna matter? It's actually kind of heartbreaking, to be honest. People are saying this might be his last fight if he gets a loss. I don't know, man. He loves to fight, and I think the UFC, as long as he's healthy to fight, I think they'll keep letting him do it. It's not like Anthony Smith, where they're probably urging Anthony Smith to retire after every fight, after every loss, and then they're like, please retire, man. Please stop fighting, right? I don't think that's the case. I think given all José's done for the UFC, I think they're going to let him keep fighting as long as he's healthy, as long as he's happy, as long as the UFC and Dana and Hunter are happy to let him continue. I think it should be all right. But yeah, Canadian again. A lot of Canadians on this card. Obviously, it's in Montreal. Yeah, man. Zahabi might just run through him, man. I'd hate to see, again, going back to Anthony Smith, or even like Michael Chandler, those older guys, man, they're getting older. The young guys might just run through him. Not to say Zahabi's, close to Paddy Pimblett in terms of prominence and stature and ability, but I don't know, man. Let's take a look. Okay, he's got a win. He actually fought recently. He fought on a fight night. A lot of stand. He's a striker. There's going to be very little wrestling again in this fight, I think. José might go to the ground, but it's very unlikely. Zahabi won't shoot a takedown. I don't think that's going to happen. 8 first round finishes. Not bad. Not bad. 10 and 12. Sorry, 12 and 2. We'll see, man. We'll see. Obviously, I'm trying to not be biased because I love José Aldo. He's one of the GOATs, man. Before Merab, people say Merab's the bantamweight GOAT now. Or sorry, the featherweight GOAT. Oh, yeah, bantamweight GOAT. I don't know, man. José Aldo's up there. I want Aldo to join the win column once again, especially after that controversial loss. But I think Zahabi's going to get the job done, man. Like, I got to think with my head, not with my heart. So I'm going to go Zahabi. But still an exciting matchup. Again, like, people are harping on this card for being a dead card. This is a good fight, man. I'm excited, and a lot of people are saying this is like the people's main event. We'll see what happens. But I want José Aldo to win, but I think Zahabi's going to get the job done. Sadly, he's on a 5-fight win streak here. There we go. And yeah, mentioned the weight cut complications. I wrote here the classic veteran versus journeyman scenario. That's crazy. That's so disrespectful. All right, Aldo's going to try temper Zahabi's volume with counters and push him to the fence. Yeah. José's going to control the ring, man. Again, veteran advantage. You got to remember the veteran advantage, of course. And Zahabi's going to be nervous in there, man. You know, he might give Aldo too much respect. So, will Zahabi... And as I said, sorry, not as I said, as I'm going to say, Zahabi, if he were to win, it's going to be Zahabi by decision. I don't think he's going to finish, José. And José might... It's either José by finish or Zahabi by decision. I think that's my prediction. Alrighty, let's move on because I think I've harped on them a little too long. Okay, moving on. We're moving to belt territory. We've got the champion of the women's flyweight division, Valentina Shevchenko. She's taking on Manon Fiorot in what could be, you know, people love to critique the WMMA, but this is actually shaping up to be a pretty good fight. Valentina Shevchenko, how old is she? Again, age. Does age actually contribute? She's 37. Is that actually going to matter? She looked so good in her last fight. I don't think it's affecting her yet. Dude, women age differently, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's like to be in her position, but I think, is Manon going to get it done? 12 fight win streak. Ooh, interesting. I did not know that. Valentina Shevchenko, I don't know, man. She doesn't look like she was slowing down in her last fight. Let's have a look here. Here we go. Of course, Alexa Grasso at Noche. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Alexa Grasso didn't show much in that fight. Again, it's the case of did this person win or did the other person lose? I feel like in this case it was that sounds stupid, but you know what I'm saying. You know, it was more of an Alexa Grasso loss than a Shevchenko win because it went to the decision. Are we gonna get a finish? We'll see. I don't know about that. I think I'm gonna back the bullet. I'm gonna back in Valentina Shevchenko. I think she's gonna defend her title. I think she's reclaimed it and she's gonna defend it. I think she's gonna get one more title defense. Yeah. Although she's got a tough opponent in front of her. The Beast. That's good. I like that. Let's have a look here. What did I write? Tactical bout. She's got to avoid those leg kicks. And extended clinch force. I wrote, there's a lot of... She's got to not clinch. She's got to keep her distance, keep the striking open and fluid, okay? Yeah, she's got champion experience. She's already been the champ. She knows what it's like. It's a second reign, man. She's gonna get it. She's gonna get it done. I wrote, her durability and ring savviness should allow her to retain her flyweight belt, and against the unbeaten newcomer. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yep, there we go. Slight favorite. Shevchenko is the underdog, though. We got to remember that. You know, the betting odds are not backing in Shevchenko. Slight underdog, 115. Shevchenko by finish. That's it. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Okay, moving on. We're all here for this. This is the big, defining, complicated matchup. The Perth boy, Jack Della Maddelena, 17-fight win streak. Coming off a finish against Gilbert Burns last year, takes on, remember the name, Belal Muhammed. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so excited for this fight. And it's hard, man. It's hard. I've been talking to my mates about this so much. We've been debating back and forth, back and forth. Of course I want Jack Della to get the belt. Bring the belt to Perth. The belt has never been to Perth. Steve Erceg nearly got a belt to Perth against Pantoja. Arguably should have won, but is now on a 3-fight losing streak. Steve Erceg's not getting a belt anytime soon. Jack Della is our best hope for us Perth MMA fans. Is he going to get the job done? I'd like to think so. I would like to think so. Belal's 36, man. 37? Let's check this. Again, does age really play a factor? Does age play a factor? Number 7, pound for pound. Okay, bro. Alexander Pantoja should outrank him. I saw some people saying he's arguably already the welterweight GOAT. Or he's in talks to be the welterweight GOAT if he gets this. No, bro. He's got to get more work done. He's got to get more work done in this division. First heart of defense. Let's see. Belal Muhammad age. We'll have a look. 36. He's 37 in July. He looked good, man. He dismantled Leon Edwards, man. And people say, me included, Leon wasn't a great champion. He got what? He fought Colby Covington, who got handed a title shot and played with him in the ring. But it's Colby. Again, we're going back to, was it a Leon win or was it more of a loss? You know, Colby lost. And then Leon got dismembered by Sean Brady, who Belal beat, to be fair. Belal's got a win over the two of them. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. And Jack was supposed to fight Leon in that fight night. Remember that. Remember, Leon was supposed to fight Jack for presumably a title eliminator. I don't know if they would have, if Leon were in another universe where it was supposed to be Leon versus Jack in London, whether if Leon won that fight, he would have got a rematch with Belal. No, I don't think that was going to happen. Regardless, not that it really matters, because that's not how it panned out. We got Sean Brady stepped up and Della got a shot at the belt. So yeah, Belal Muhammad, man. People hate on Belal, man. It's the hate. I'm gonna be honest. The hate is over. Yeah, he's overhated. It's the meme. It's the thing to hate on Belal because he's a boring champ. He's a decision fighter. He only wins by decision. I saw on Instagram that he got given like a 1-of-1 UFC 5 video game like case, and with him on the cover, and someone commented, "When supply perfectly meets demand." Oh my gosh, dude, he gets paraded in real life as well. People berate him in real life. That's crazy to me. You know, social media is one thing, but to berate a UFC world champion in real life is just so disrespectful. Although maybe he has it coming, because us Aussies got to back in the man, Jack Della. Jack Della looks good, man. He hasn't fought in over a year. He had he broke his arm against Gilbert Burns and got the win. Again, he was kind of losing that fight. Let's be honest. I think the judges gave Gilbert the first 2 rounds. You know, but Jack got the job done. So who cares? Who cares, right? What's gonna happen? What is gonna happen in this fight, man? Obviously, I'd love to see Jack get the belt. That would be awesome. But as we all know, Belal Muhammed and Islam Makhachev share the same manager. Ali Abdelaziz, the man. The dodgy man? Regardless, they have the same manager. So the storyline circulating is, and it's been reported that from, again, it's contentious sources because the I'll break it down. The current law of the lightweight and welterweight belts is that if Belal Muhammad beats Jack, probably by decision, if he beats Jack, since he shares managers with Islam Makhachev, Islam is not gonna move up because he doesn't want to fight a fellow teammate. So he's gonna stay at lightweight and fight El Matador, Ilia Topuria, the man. And obviously, if Jack gets the win, claims the welterweight belt, Islam is going to move up to welterweight. But what a lot of people are saying, and we'll get Ilia Topuria versus probably most likely Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title, because I think Charles says he's not going to fight unless it's for a belt. Aiemann also said he's not going to fight unless it's for a belt. And he was supposed to fight Islam at the start of the year, pulled out day before due to a back injury. The bot, the idiot. Whether it was actually a back injury or something more or something less, something to do with Nina drama, we don't know. Whether that was the case, regardless, what happened, what's going to happen now is one of those two outcomes. Generational fight right here. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev is a generational fight. It would feed families, man. Best fight the UFC can offer fans right now, besides John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Obviously, I would call those level fights in terms of hype, in terms of pay-per-view sales, in terms of eyes on the sport right now. Those are the two fights to make, and the UFC is not making them. We know why the Jones Aspinall fight isn't happening. We don't need to talk about that right now. We know why this is happening too, because of this silly teammate mentality. I don't know if it's, let me rephrase. I don't know if it's silly, but I think it's a little bit silly. But again, I'm not in their position where if I were to, like, would I want to fight my teammate? No, I don't think I would, right? So it's not silly. It's not that silly. What am I saying? What is interesting though is Islam Makhachev posted on Twitter just recently. Everyone's saying it's gonna be Ilia versus Charles or Ilia versus Islam, depending on the result. But Islam just said, which this changes the whole perspective and makes it more complicated, honestly. He says he's not vacating the belt. And Ilia Topuria said on the Joe Rogan podcast that he's not fighting again unless it's for the undisputed lightweight title. Undisputed is the key word. He's not going to fight for an interim. And I don't think Charles wants to fight for an interim. I don't think Charles cares, bro. Charles just wants to fight the best guy. And he just wants the belt. He wants a belt. Because he knows he could get it back. I'm getting so sidetracked, but whatever. I'm loving this. But yeah, so this changes the whole narrative, right? Because if Islam isn't vacating and the UFC are going to allow him to potentially defend two belts, what does that mean for International Fight Week? We don't know. It's actually infuriating for us fans. It's so convoluted, and I love that Dana I love that this has played out because for one, it's drawing more eyes to this event, which, you know, on paper isn't amazing. You know, obviously I'm a massive fan of Jack Della, but it's because I'm a Perth guy. I'm from Perth. This is my boy. This is him and Steve Erceg, and these Perth fighters are my people. Of course I'm tuning in. And Belal, you know, despite the hate that he gets, he's still an interesting fighter, man, and he's the champ. So it's actually so complicated, man. It's so complicated. Here's what I think. And here's what I want. Obviously, I want Jack to get the win, man. Of course, I want Jack Della to get the win. And maybe that means Islam won't and if Islam's saying he won't vacate, potentially he might get best of both worlds. Hunter Campbell went to Dagestan the other day. He posted a picture with Islam and himself and the team and their teams. And they must have had long discussions about the future of Islam's career. Because remember, Islam's going for what, his 5th title defense against whatever this is again. If he is to remain at lightweight, you know, he's getting tired of the division, man. He's nearly cleared it out. What am I saying? He hasn't cleared it out because lightweight's the most stacked division in the UFC, but he's been there a while, man, and he's got his eyes on the second belt. But as soon as Belal, his teammate, arguably took the belt off Leon, this is what happened. I think it seems to me like Islam's original plan was beat Aiemann and then be like, all right, I've beat all these guys, let's move straight up. But Belal kind of put a spanner in the works, and now we're here. I think in my heart, I feel like we can get the best of both worlds. I think we can get Jack Della Maddelena getting the win, getting the finish against Belal. Similar to the José fight, I think it's either going to be Belal by decision, and we're guaranteed the Ilya Islam fight, almost guaranteed. We can't say for certain, but that's the most likely outcome. Belal by decision, Ilya versus Islam, generational fight. Or Jack Della gets the win. And we get Islam versus Ilya anyway. Best of both worlds. Or we get Jack versus Islam in Perth. That would be insane. It's so crazy that Islam is going to fight 2 Aussies. He fought Volkanovski, and he could fight Jack Della Maddelena, who's... They're 2 divisions apart. That's just kind of wild to me. That's kind of wild. Featherweight and a welterweight fighting the same guy. This world we live in, man. This is crazy. Let me actually break down the fight. Oh my gosh, I've been getting so sidetracked. Headline fight. Jack Della Maddelena. 17-2, 28. He's not even in his prime yet. Both the same height. He's coming off a win against Gilbert Burns. Belal's coming off a decision win against Leon. But he bullied Leon in the ring, in the octagon. He says he won't do a takedown. He claimed he is not going to shoot a single takedown. He's going to outbox Jack Della. That's not going to happen. As soon as he panics and he's getting... And Jack's piecing him up, he's going to shoot a takedown. We all know that's going to happen, right? We all know that's going to happen. As soon as he gets into deep waters, takedown, double leg, single leg, boom. Put him to the ground. Hold him for 5 minutes. We know that's going to happen. Everyone suggests... Della's a good boxer, man. If he can piece up Muhammed, if he can knock that little chin of his, work the body, change the levels, if he gets a takedown on Belal, that would be crazy. I don't think Jack's going to shoot a takedown. And people say his defense his takedown defense is average, is arguably below average for an elite fighter. Because Gilbert Burns took him down a couple of times. Gilbert Burns was playing with him a little bit. Jack was able to get up. Gilbert Burns would get the takedown. they would wrestle, they would work the ground a little bit, and then Jack would be able to get up with a broken arm, might I add. So I think Della has that homeboy power, has that country Perth boy power, that strength. I write here, Jack Della's going to need an early knockout. Rounds 1 or 2, that would be crazy. Second round finish, Jack Della. Muhammed's cardio. All these Middle Easterners, man. All these Middle Easterners have, and Russians, and Marabs of the world, they have such good cardio, man. I think they've cracked the code in that. Wait, I don't have to get a finish. I can just be at my peak cardio and work the guy for 25 minutes and edge a decision and not get a finish. Because screw that 50k bonus. A win's a win, right? What do I want? I want Jack to get the belt and bring the belt home. It's coming home. It's coming home. But then we might not get Ilya Islam, man. Generational fight. I've said it so many times, but I'm going to say it again. Generational fight. People call it Khabib versus Conor 2. People are going to call it the biggest fumble in MMA history, in UFC history. If I had to pick one. I hate to say it. And I'll explain why. We gotta see Ilya take on Islam, man. It's gotta happen. I hate to say it. But I hate to say it. But Belal could get this. Belal's gonna get the win, man. I want Jack to win, I do, but I think Belal is gonna get that decision. Jack might get nervous in there, man. He's never fought like this. He's still relatively young, as I said, 28. And he's got a long, and as I said, I'll explain why. He's young, man. He arguably hasn't even reached his prime. I'm gonna take my hat off for this. Holy moly, this is getting serious. Oh my gosh, hat hair is insane. Dude. Jack's young, man. Jack's young. He's 28. He's got another 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years in the octagon, right? He's a good fighter. He could get another crack at the title in the future. If it had to be one, I would have to pick Ilya and Islam, and therefore I'd have to pick Belal to get the win. And I hate to say it as a fellow Aussie, as a fellow Perth bloke. It pains me to say this, but yeah, man. Of course I want, as I've said, I'll say it again. I want Jack Della Maddelena to get the win. But once Islam moves up, he won't go back. He won't go back to welterweight because Islam would beat Jack. Islam would beat Jack, man. It would be unbelievable if Jack could get a win against Islam Makhachev. But let's be unbiased and realistic. Islam Makhachev would beat Jack Della Maddelena. Let's be realistic, guys. Let's be realistic. Jack could not be in that ring for 25 minutes with Islam. Okay? Volk did. And he's 25 pounds lighter. Sorry, like 15 pounds lighter, 10 pounds lighter, whatever you want to say. He's lighter, he's shorter. But as Lucas Tracy likes to say, lighter man skill, man. Volk's probably more skillful and more experienced. And he's been the champ. He's walked the walk. He was the champ when he took on. He moved up to fight Islam. Jack doesn't have that experience yet. Jack's not. Obviously, it would be amazing for Jack to win against Islam. That would be an awesome timeline to be in. That's the thing we got to remember. There's actually no bad timeline because both those timelines are exciting and cool. Islam versus Ilya. That can't happen again. If this is what I'm getting at. Islam moves up. realistically, he's going to beat Jack. It could be a close fight. We don't know for sure. But realistically, Islam would beat Jack and he would remain at welterweight. And we would never get Ilya versus Islam. I've said their names 100 times. I'll say it 100 more. We wouldn't get that fight, man. It wouldn't happen. And that would be such a fumble from the UFC. We've been saying this. We've been calling this since Ilya beat Holloway. Since he finished him. First guy to knock out Max Holloway. First guy to sleep. First guy to sleep Alexander Volkanovski. He went to sleep. I love Alexander Volkanovski. He's the champ again. Ilia Topuria put him to sleep, bro. Islam had to fight Fat Volk. Fat 10-day notice Volk to get a head kick and KO Volkanovski. We have to see this fight, man. I hate to say it. We have to see this fight. That being said, I think Jack Della is going to get the finish. I want him to get the finish. Jack Della by round 3. Jack Della, round 3 finish. He's going to hit him with an uppercut. He's going to fall him down. He's going to throw some hammer fists. And the ref is going to stop it. Although, I think the refs and the judges are going to... Dana's probably like... Dana and Hunter are like, yo, sell the Armada. Give it to Belal, man. We need more money. The pay-per-views are dipping. We got to cover UFC 317. We got to cover for that for 315 and 316. They're not going to sell well, man. We got to find a way. We got to find a way for Ilya and Islam to happen so we can get 1 million pay-per-view buys so we can make back our losses for 315 and 316. Sean O'Malley, undeserving title shot. Sell the Armada. You know who to 10-9. Belal. Anyway, guys, I just rambled on for so long about that fight, but as you can tell, I'm a passionate fan. I'm excited to see this fight tomorrow. For US fans, tonight, in Canada, Montreal, Jack Della takes on Belal Muhammed. Remember the name. Forget the name, remember the reign. I'm getting overconfident. Guys, thank you for tuning in. My first UFC card breakdown. I'm starting to tweak, I'm not going to lie. But I've had so much fun breaking down these fights. And I'm excited to do more in the future. I'll probably do a post-fight recap. Breaking down what went on in the octagon. I'm probably going to tune in. I'm going to edit this video, upload it as soon as I can, get some rest. And yeah, I skipped over a few analytical details. Kind of went on a tangent and a ramble instead of a proper breakdown. But yeah, I'll recap. I'll do a quick recap. Benoit Saint-Denis. Because of the Alvarez pullout, Benoit's going to get the finish or the decision. I think it's going to be Benoit for sure. Could be a crazy upset, but I think Benoit's going to get the finish. Prepolec hasn't had a full camp. He's probably fit. He's probably young. He's probably hungry. He's got the crowd behind him, but Benoit's going to get the job done. Alexa Grasso could continue a losing streak. Underdog. Natalia Silva by decision. José Aldo, King of Rio. He's gonna... I'd love to see him get the win. José by finish or Zahabi by decision. Because Aldo don't get finished. He goes the distance unless it's against Connor. Shevchenko is going to gain her first title defense in her second flyweight reign. And of course, the complication, the defining fight of the UFC timeline in 2025 and beyond. Belal Muhammed by decision or Jack Della Maddelena by third round TKO. You've heard me talk about what I want. let's back the Perth boy. Let's back it in. Let's back him in. Jack Della, best of both worlds. Jack Della Maddelena by 3rd round TKO finish, and Islam doesn't vacate and decides, you know what? I'll appease the fans. Ilya is a good matchup. We get best of both worlds. We get Jack Della Maddelena with the welterweight belt, and we get Ilia Topuria taking on Islam Makhachev for International Fight Week. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. If you made it all the way to the end, I thank you so much. This has been The Film Fighter. This has been Alex. Alex the Film Fighter. I didn't even introduce myself at the start of the video. I should have done that. Whatever. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm excited. I'm excited to see Montreal calendar. I'm excited to see GSP. Guys, take care.